So why did Toyota go from a V6 to a four-cylinder turbo? It's a good question, and Toyota really wants to be quiet about it. They really don't like talking about it, it seems like, and it's what they did. And I think overall everybody says, and they said, it's because of fuel economy. Fuel economy, fuel economy. And that's the crazy thing, because the new Tacoma doesn't even get much better fuel economy. You're talking about, what, a couple miles per gallon better? Maybe. That's the thing about turbos. They're really fidgety a lot of times. Depending on how you drive, you can get worse. Sometimes you can get a lot better. But overall, what they're saying is a little bit better. But it's still almost laughable. And the big thing is, are they being mandated to do this? Because other manufacturers offer a V6 naturally aspirated with no turbos. So it just makes me wonder. You still have Nissan. They said 2025 they're going to offer a V6. You have the Ridgeline. You have a lot of vehicles. So kind of makes me wonder on that. And if you look at the gas mileage, just to see a hybrid city 23, 24, which I get it, it's not made so much. It's more for power. And the regular gas, you're looking at 21, 26 for the new Tacoma. 21 city, 26 highway. And the old Tacoma was 20 to 23. So it's not much better. Most people city drive overall. But let's say you're in a mix. You're talking a couple extra miles per gallon. It's almost laughable, especially considering, is the vehicle going to be more reliable? So how about if the engine's not as reliable and there's more issues with the engine, and then it actually ends up costing more and being worse for the environment because of the engine burning oil or needing new parts and all this stuff? And that's just more issues, more parts means you're taking more, and it's just worse for the environment, right? So that's where it's a little confusing, and that's why we all know, it's common sense, a four-cylinder turbo, it's a smaller displacement engine, and obviously smaller displacement engine with the turbo, it's going to be higher pressure, it's going to be additional equipment like the turbo and stuff, and then increased thermal load. So we have a lot of issues over at the Toyota side being a four-cylinder turbo when it comes to longevity. I know overall it's been okay for right now, but the engine has not been out that long. There's not that many miles out. And let me say this, I know it's on other Toyotas, but the other Toyota part, you guys have to remember, it's actually 50% new in the Tacoma. So a lot of questions still for longevity, but I hope it's the most reliable engine they've ever built. I really do. But the transmission is a whole other story. We already have confirmed failures on both automatic and manual transmissions, so the transmission side has been an absolute trash coming from Toyota, especially because of what they're known for. So it's just kind of sad. It really is. But they're doing it to themselves. I just don't see the benefit. It's a questionable, I think they should have stuck with the V6. I don't feel like they were mandated just because other manufacturers are still offering V6s. So I don't know. But some people say it's because they sell so many cars and they're restricted to how much they can put out. But again, then you're talking, 2 miles per gallon extra? Like, it's not much of a difference. It's almost laughable. And yeah, I would be really interested to see the real numbers from real drivers on the new Tacoma versus the old Tacoma and see really what the difference is, because that would be interesting. Because what happens if the older V6 is a little bit better? Like, it's almost funny. Because obviously, these numbers are in perfect ideal conditions. But yeah, it's just interesting. And it is the engine in there is the T24AFTS. And it is, it's been okay, but we just have to see in the long term. And what Toyota did since 1995 coming out with the Tacoma, it's been amazing. It just all kind of changed in 2024, but yeah, I don't know. It's just really kind of sad to see this happen, but that's the thing. You have the Frontier, you get 18 to 24, 18 in the city, 24 on the highway. So it just makes me wonder. It's just like, it's not much of a difference, especially if you have to change parts. So isn't it worse for the environment then? And a lot of Toyota, especially the dealership in my local area, says 10,000 mile oil changes. Do not do that. Do 5,000 mile oil changes. Yeah, if you're strictly on the highway, I guess technically, but still I wouldn't do that. The oil's not that expensive. Especially when you're only doing it, every 5,000 miles. Yeah, it's just really interesting. And I'm really curious to hear your opinion. What do you think about this? Do you think the EPA is forcing Toyota, or do you think they're just bowing down to Toyota? Like, I'm curious to see what you think. Leave a comment. Go ahead and like this, subscribe if you liked what you saw, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.